Welcome to your Bitcoin marketing blog. This is episode 8. Paid media is not a moral failure. And I'm not saying this just because, I've been working in paid media for 25 years and I own a paid media agency. I've seen this throughout my career. Like there's almost a stigma against paid media and ad campaigns, and it's a cultural thing almost.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I was a big fan of shows like Mad Men. There's a sleazy kind of Madison Avenue, Don Draper type, right? Pitching concepts. And you see how it's sort of less about the product and more about kind of the feelings that they're trying to evoke and the status maybe these products can infer.
So that's where ad campaigns kind of picked up that stigma. Well, I was at a Bitcoin conference recently and was speaking with the CEO of a well-known company, and he was boasting that they've gotten to where they are today without any advertising.
I know Jack Mallers makes the same assertion with Strike, right? Basically saying that they have gotten to where they have already without spending any money on advertising.
Yeah, and it makes sense. That organic growth is sought after. Um, but it's important to really reframe how you look at advertising campaigns and paid media, and it should be viewed as infrastructure, right? And like social media platforms today, those are businesses. They monetize attention, right? And paying for distribution on that platform is just participating in the system exactly as it was designed,
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we're in an attention economy, right?
right? And And that's why organic reach has collapsed, right? Because all of these platforms have become pay to play. So I remember when I was first on Facebook 20 years ago and we were setting campaigns, you could reach most of, your followers with any post. Around 10 years ago, I remember the number was 17% for Facebook, right? Like if you posted or your company page posted something, you would reach on average 17% of your followers. Today, that number has dropped to 2% on Facebook, and it's similar for every other platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, X. And it's because those platforms are pay to play. If you want to reach your followers, you have to pay to reach them.
So just quickly, like how do you define paid versus organic?
So organic content is, think of a post that you just post to your feed
Hmm.
and send it out there. Paid posts or paid content is usually um, executed through the ads manager side of the platform, where you put a budget behind the post and you define targeting parameters on who you want that post to reach,
Hmm.
right?
You see
And
like sponsored sometimes, or
yeah,
this
sponsor or
influencer who's speaking about a specific product in their post.
right. So you can amplify that post to reach people that are not following you, or you can just boost the post to reach more of your followers. Obviously, engagement changes everything, right? Like without engagement, the post could die instantly. But if you have strong engagement, then the algorithms can expand the reach beyond your followers, and that is the definition of going viral. The problem is when you have content or a social media campaign, like virality is not a growth strategy because it's unpredictable. It's impossible to scale consistently. And that's where paid media comes in, right? It lets people reach Bitcoin before they're even searching for it. Bitcoiners, the existing community, are actively looking for Bitcoin content to consume, right? If you think about most people, the masses, most people are not looking for Bitcoin education. And that's where paid media and paid media distribution will allow Bitcoin and Bitcoin brands to introduce relevant narratives to those audiences who would otherwise never encounter them. And every major industry does it, right? Every single industry advertises and buys attention in this way. And I think it's important for Bitcoin to not pretend that it's above the mechanics of modern communication.
Hmm.
So, to summarize is like, I think if Bitcoin wants scale, it has to pay rent where attention lives, right? The internet is no longer like this open meritocracy where good content automatically spreads.
Mm.
Distribution is competitive infrastructure across every industry, right? And paid media is simply the tool that guarantees a seat at that table.